Hey everyone! Before we get into the evidence, we wanted to take a moment to point out something that you're really going to notice in this video, namely the ambiance of the location. This location is decorated with all sorts of macabre items and horror-themed dolls and mannequins. From the coffin in the sitting room to the life-size Michael Myers in the bathroom, this is the first location we've been to that may have been creepier with the lights on. So, on to the investigation itself. First off, we brought 2 rookie investigators with us to this location. People are always reaching out to us to come along with us, and we thought this would be a good place to break some people in. It's funny how many people want to go on a paranormal investigation until you invite them. So kudos to Aaron and Pedro for being brave enough to give it a go. In our opinion, they did very well and turned out to be very creative investigators. And, as you'll see here, they both really got into it.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Something was crawling around you. How would you crawl? Would you crawl like this? Would they roll around?
It also left them both wanting more, so we have no doubt they'll both be tagging along with us again in a future investigation. You may also see another person in these clips. The owner of the home, Julia, also joined us for a large portion of our time there. Miss Fanny's Victorian party house was built around the 1860s and was home to the Van Wyck family. Fanny Van Wyck was the last of the family to reside there, and she died in 1988. There have been reports of a child spirit, as well as a shadow man, and a woman who is actually thought to be the spirit of Fanny Van Wyck herself. So we were very excited to get this investigation underway, and as it turned out, it didn't take the spirits long to get our attention. Not 5 minutes after we turned off all the lights, this happened.
Hit the record. Hit the record.
Initially, we thought the dresser had been bumped or the vibrations of walking by it caused the object to fall. However, we spent several minutes trying to debunk this and trying to make the object fall again. It never moved the rest of the night. The camera in this room also picked up something interesting much later in the night. In this clip, Pedro and I are out in the hallway just outside of the room. We're using the Ovulus, which is a phonetic generator that allows spirits to use their energy to select words that then appear on a screen for us to see. It was in this moment that something really interesting happened.
Shirt? Prop? Well, there's a lot of props in this house. Which one? Wagon. Is this the... What are you talking about? Shirt? Prop? Well, there's a lot of props in this house. Which one? Wagon. Is this the... What are you talking about?
What makes this so compelling is that the Ovulus says the word prop. And then a few moments later, the camera's audio in the next room picks up a voice saying the same word, prop. It's great when one piece of equipment validates the other, and that's what makes this clip really, really interesting. When the owner gave us the initial tour of the house, she told us a story we'd not encountered in our research. She told us of waking up in the middle of the night and seeing a full-body apparition of what looked like a male slave laying on the floor of her bedroom. Since the home was built between 1860 and 1870, we didn't expect this kind of story. However, as the night rolled on, most of the relevant audio evidence that we received revolved around the subject of slaves. This is some very chilling audio that we're about to play for you.
Were there children in here? Slaves? Were there children in here? Slaves?
Do you have a master? Do you have a master?
Human level. Human level. living or listening.
We hear low income. We hear low income.
Sometimes being a paranormal investigator is like being a detective. You have to piece things together over the course of the night, which leads you somewhere you didn't expect. On the third floor, we kept getting words on the ovulus indicating that we should look up or above.
Keep saying up, man. Not there, nowhere else to go. What's up? I don't see anything up.
This didn't make a lot of sense to us at the time because there wasn't anywhere in the house above where we were standing. After a while, we found ourselves in the attic, and we definitely weren't alone there, as we got several voices on our camera's audio.
I'll play again. Listen carefully. I'll play again. Listen carefully.
What's up there? What's up there?
Every time we would venture off to one side of the attic, we would hear a noise or feel a slight tug that would bring us back to the center. That's when we looked up and saw this.
I don't feel the energy in here anymore. I think it was leading us to that.
I think you're right.
Because it doesn't...
This crawl space is above where we were standing. Was it this that it wanted us to see? Is this where it was leading us to? The ladder to get up there was completely inaccessible, so we grabbed a camera tripod and shot some footage in the crawl space by holding it up as high as we could hold it. We didn't see anything in the footage, although we did feel a slight tug on the camera while we were holding it up. Our theory is that this is where at least one of the spirits resides, and it wanted to show us. Once we discovered all of this, the messages stopped and the energy completely left the room. Miss Fanny's Victorian party house is one of the more interesting locations we've investigated, with the lights on and the lights off. There is definitely more going on here than meets the eye, and we're still fascinated by the evidence it gave us and the stories it had to tell. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow our day-to-day adventures by liking our Facebook page. For any more information about us, or to contact us directly, please visit our website, www.orangecountynYparanormal.com.